Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're on.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football. Ball and attacks defenses.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Now Ryan. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A phrase we said a lot last year. Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he is knocked down from the side, right at the 45. Ryan to Toilolo for the Falcon first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerve showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Sometimes it's as simple as putting the player in the right position. And Vic Beasley has found that in Atlanta. A stand-up outside linebacker who has the ability to move up and down the line of scrimmage to find the right matchups for his speed and quickness so he can go get to the quarterback. 15.5 sacks in his 2nd season. Also forced 6 fumbles and can be used as a spy at times against mobile quarterbacks.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
That one good for 10 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 30 yards. One away from tying up this football game.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? We're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. William Golston in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Gerald McCoy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Now a hit and a loose football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down. Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Side of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Robert Ayers able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Martin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Following the penalty, Martin. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And that's the first connection, the #1 overall pick in 2015, finding the #7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
From the red zone now, Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. shotgun. Ryan. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. Nifty move. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run it again with Martin. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Winston. Drops it off to Martin. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tech McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dontari Poe never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 3rd and long for Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But we quit counting yardage on that. one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their team. Territory.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. This one taken from the 7. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On 3rd down, Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 76 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down. Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 44 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big run there by Freeman. 76 yards. So it'll be first down here after the run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now Ryan on second down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Doug Martin now gearing up to go again here on offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards through the air and a first down. To throw is Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Here's Winston. Pass incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Offense working with a 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game.